Hey, everybody. Welcome. Oh, boy, we're here on a Friday night. This quarantine is doing amazing things for our social life. I am very excited to be here. I'm so excited to welcome you back to Jared Logan's Stream of Blood. And tonight we're doing something really special, really exciting, really cool. This is the first in our series that we're going to call Stream of Blood Laboratory. And on this show, which we're going to regularly schedule on Friday nights, we are going to try out new games with their creators. Sometimes these games are games that are still in kind of a workshopping phase. Sometimes they'll be published games, but with the creator running them. Sometimes it'll be like my pal, just like hey, I had an idea for a game and I wrote up these rules. Can we try it? And yes, we will try it. And it's just going to be this wonderful, bubbling laboratory full of creativity. Before we get into the game tonight, which I'm super jazzed about, just want to tell you guys a couple things. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Stream of Blood is our name. Get on Twitter, get on Instagram, follow us. Then you'll always see the hundreds of messages we send out letting you know when and where the games are happening and how to get to them. So do that so you are alerted when we're doing something special like we are tonight, because we plan on doing all kinds of special things like this. This might not be the only kind of different show that we try in addition to our two main games we have running. I think that's enough. That's enough dragging my feet. Tonight's game is a superhero game, and I'm going to let the creator really go very deep into kind of describing it. But I just want to say how excited I am that my sheet has something called Used as a Murder Goddess on it. Because I get to play tonight, and my sheet has Used as a Murder Goddess on the sheet. That's just fun, any way you slice it. So I'm going to bring him out right now. This guy, he has a company called Giant Stance Games. I've played so many games with this guy because he's been such a mention, invited me over to his house to play all kinds of board games and different games. He's created board games that I've played. I'm playing the first tabletop RPG from him that I've ever played. His games are always incredible, and that's enough. I think that's enough of me. Please welcome our game master tonight, Mr. Andy Ashcraft, everybody.
Hello. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for awesome. Coming and running this for us.
This is super fun. I've been so excited about this all day. I've not been able to focus on any of my other game projects.
Right. Well, good. That's great. So it's in your head. You're ready to go.
Oh my gosh, so ready.
Yeah, you're like me before I run a game where my wife is like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I just need to prep this Cthulhu game for 3 more hours." And then you're just laying in bed thinking about Cthulhu. Well, great. Well, why don't we? I'm going to hand it over to you, Andy. Let me know if you need anything, but it's all you, my friend. Go ahead.
All right. Well, thank you very much. The name of this game is The Hero Instant. I am trying to get it publishable by maybe Christmas time, and so this is sort of a playtest, and I really appreciate you guys being involved in this. And I also appreciate having these audience. I've never actually run a game for a live audience before. I've run lots of games at conventions and my friends and all of that, but I've never actually run a game for a live audience. And so this is brand new to me, and I appreciate the opportunity to do it. And also, if there's anybody out there who wants to try to run this game, I could actually use your help to know what I need to write in the GM's guide. What do GMs need to know about my game in order to run my game? And so with that, should we introduce the other players?
I think we should.
All right.
Yes,
so
let's do that.
Okay. So everyone knows Jared. Jared, great friend of mine. Like he's mentioned, we've played games before together. This is the first time I've actually run a game for him. I've been itching to run this game for him. Well, doing it live is sort of interesting. The second is another game designer, Jackie Chao. And she and I have played many, many board games together at a variety of places. And she has her own tabletop show called Show Me How to Win.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Jackie.
How are you guys?
I'm really good.
Excited to be Nightshade tonight.
Yeah,
That's
and now,
right.
Jackie, you normally test board games and figure out how to beat people at them. So tonight it'll be kind of a cooperative experience for you. How do you feel about that?
This is all new to me. I'm not used to not being the sole winner.
Well, maybe you will be. We don't know.
We're gonna try to make the team win.
That's right.
So you're my enemy tonight, Andy.
Yeah, let's beat the game
master, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So, and our third guest player, another friend of mine, somebody else I played games with at various places. His name, another stand-up comic, another writer. He is Dan Telfer.
Hello. How are you?
Yay.
Hello, Daniel.
Oh, it is good to see everybody. Yeah, I've done game design. I've done stand-up. I've done all that stuff. And I've known Jared for a long time, too.
Yeah, we've known each other for, it's like 15, 20 years?
Yeah, and we did weird Chicago variety show, game show stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you now write for D&D Beyond, and you've run many of these sorts of shows like this yourself. So you're old hat at this, right?
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, I've done a lot of. I'm the dungeon master for the Nerd Poker podcast with Brian Posehn and those guys, and I just wrote a one-off DC Comics thing where it was like a source book for a comic book that exists. So I've had to tinker around with the actual math of it before. So I'm excited to see what you did with this.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so. Right. Well, let's get started. Let's introduce our actual hero characters. I'm going to share a screen now. Okay.
One thing I want to say is what's really cool about this is that, you always wonder if we're doing a superhero game tonight. Like, how can I put that in the Marvel universe or the DC universe and make it cool? And Andy, you had the smartest idea, which is we are playing DC universe characters in the DC universe, but we are very kind of obscure DC universe characters. There they are. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of you are more obscure than others, of course. So if there's DC fans out there, you might recognize a few of these. So our characters are. Dan Telfer is Dagon, an Atlantean with mystical armor.
Yes, real creepy dude. I hope everybody's ready for Aquaman with a Lovecraft vibe.
That's right. And Jackie, as she mentioned, is Nightshade, who we've seen in Shadow Pact and a variety of other comics.
Yeah. I tend to stay away from the sun, so this character is perfect for me.
Yes. And then Jared, you are Agent Bride.
Right, because my favorite movie of all time is Bride of Frankenstein, and
Perfect.
I like to play powerful females with extra arms and guns.
That's right. And in the DC universe, she decided not to marry Frankenstein and decided instead to become a secret agent.
Right, exactly. I mean, it makes sense for her as a character. And I'm also a giant Grant Morrison and Doug Mahnke fan, so everything about this character excites me.
You were so quick to pick it too. I gave them all a list of 6 characters to choose from. Basically, like the horror monsters. There was like a vampire, a werewolf, and a witch, and a Frankenstein's monster. And he was on board like instantly. Like the email came back like 3 seconds later. I want to be Agent Bride. We're like, okay,
I mean, when people are calling dibs on characters, you got to move, man.
You got to move.
If you want to play Paladin, you can't sit there and be polite. You got to go Paladin.
That's
I call
it. So, all right. And so Night Force is a bit of a deep cut as well. Night Force was a comic in which the Baron Winters, a mysterious sorcerer, puts together these teams of people. They're always mysterious and are always sort of dark. And I thought this would be a perfect fit for the stream of blood milieu, right? A little DC Comics. You're superheroes, but you're also sort of horror themed, right?
It's perfect, and I love that we're rebooting an old franchise here.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen it since 2012, so it's been like 8 years since there's been one.
It's ready.
All right, so let's get into the story. So Baron Winters lives outside of Washington D.C. He's put together this team of heroes. Some of you, yep. So here's what's happening. Baron Winters has called you all together. There's something mysterious and weird happening. That he's sort of magically in tune with odd goings on. There's rumblings sort of under the surface of reality, and he's discovered that there's something terrible is going to happen in River City. There's trouble in River City.
Water.
Not enough trombones.
Jackie, my wife Jackie, told me that somebody would catch on the River City reference, and thank you, Dan, for
You're
that.
welcome. Hey, theater degree. Finally, for the first
That's
time
right.
in years, it's coming.
And honestly, we're playing this under the Think system anyway, so this is all the Think system of a game.
Are we about to enter a comic book horror version of The Music Man? Is that what River City's from?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But
I hope everybody knows Shapoopy.
But it's also a very deep cut from the DC universe. There's a River City in the DC universe.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
There are so many fictional towns in that universe.
That's right. I didn't have to like cast my net very far, as it were. So you find yourself there's the whispers of this from the secret places have told Baron Winters that something bad is going to happen here, and he sent the three of you off to go find out what it is and put a stop to it. Doesn't know what it is. You're going to need to investigate, figure it out. When you arrive, what you find is a city in the first throes of a flash flood disaster. The river that runs through the center of River City has crested the banks and is flooding some of the lower sections of the city. This is unusual for this time of year. The floodgates and all that they usually use during the rainy part of the year is they're out of commission. They were taken. This is the time of year that there shouldn't be floods, and so the city is caught completely unawares. They were unprepared to withstand this much water, and the levees. There's levees that have broken. There are sections of the city that are completely underwater. And I will share some more screens with you to give you a sense of what you're looking at.
It's sort of their fault for building a city so close to a river.
What were they thinking?
Oh, and right there too. I mean, well, this is going to be a challenge. Hang on just a sec.
Ooh.
And we hear
somebody's happy.
The scream of a townsperson. My daughter would like to play too as an NPC townsfolk, please.
I love that. I love that idea. So you see, all right, here we go. So you see a city like this, right? Can you? This hasn't shown up yet. Hang on. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Like 6 feet of water in some of the lower parts of the city. People and the water's still rising too. So there's all kinds of problems going on.
I mean, props to River City for having a Times Square. I mean, it's really come along economically.
Yeah. I mean, it's much smaller than the real Times Square.
It's got TKTS. It's got McDonald's. Yeah.
All of a sudden, I want some French fries.
Over salted French fries sound real good all of a sudden.
Jackie, it's a role play. We can do whatever we want. We can get French fries if we want.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I think that. Oh gosh.
Scenes like this abound. And so what we're going to do next, what we're going to do is we're going to have a little montage of scenes in which the three of you are responding to crises that you see, that you find as you come into the city.
And do we know each other already, Andy? Have we like?
Oh yeah, I believe that you guys have been working together for a little while. You guys know each other. You've traveled up here together. you were gathered together, and so
We friends.
you're friends. You're friends. You know each other. You know how you work. You kind of know how you work together pretty well. You guys haven't seen a whole lot of action together. You kind of know what you can all do, right?
Yeah.
Sure. I feel like I'm not very friendly, so like this must be a real good team. Like my creepy ass dude just looks like he's rolled straight out of the Mariana Trench. So like if you guys get along with him, this is a hell of a trio. Let's do
He's
this.
just misunderstood.
He is. I'm glad you two understand that about him.
Yeah. I think that we probably drive around in like a giant military grade hearse.
Oh,
so
sure.
It's like part Humvee, part hearse, you know?
Yeah,
And
you
guys
sort of
hang in the back while I'm like driving it.
Sure, we can say you've got a Humvee. Your character knows how to drive military vehicles and use military ordnance. So absolutely, you've got more of a duck, I think.
Oh,
maybe.
Great! Yeah, that'll be useful.
Well, you wouldn't have known that though. So more of a Humvee.
Okay.
But you're still
Fair.
you're going to have some trouble though getting that around in the water. There's going to be some places where you're going to have to go on foot.
Right.
Who's driving? Who's driving?
I believe Agent Bride is driving.
I've got the military power that gives me the ability to drive and operate military vehicles. Yeah, I'm totally behind the wheel.
Well, and I can use my power, if I may, of hard water to sort of make the water that we drive. We could be driving on the surface of the water the whole time, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
That's a perfect use of that power. And of course, Nightshade can fly. So
I'm the senator's daughter, so these guys are my chauffeurs.
And I mean, if you got a guy like me, this is super comfortable. It's just like a road trip, you know. Like everyone else is flooded and going like, "Help! Get me out of my car!" And we're just cruising on the surface, 7 feet of water. Yeah.
And in fact, you come across somebody who is trapped in their car and being pushed downstream by the rush of water. And so, what would you do?
Well, we've got to. I think our first priority is to definitely save these people. Am I the best person to jump into action here?
Sure,
I bet I am. Yeah, Dagon, I think would try and get within range of hard water to like stop downstream and make the car go into a hard fixed position.
Okay, so you want to like stop the car in its tracks there.
Yeah.
Okay.
How fast is the water going?
This water's moving pretty quick. It's probably moving. Well, the car is not moving as fast as the water, but the water itself is probably moving at 20 or 30 miles per hour.
Are we going towards the car, or is the car passing by us? Like,
let's
just stay in the car and try to get it.
I mean, I'm already out of the car, by the way. I'm just swimming towards this runaway.
Wait,
car.
I want to do a cool thing to help you, Dan.
I don't really feel like
really
getting
fast
wet.
on the surface of the water. I drive really fast on the surface of the water, and then I do this like fucking like screeching like turn, and then the back of the hearse opens so that Dagon can go out and do his thing. That wasn't so helpful as much as it just made you look cooler.
That was just cooler. So as you guys are choosing actions to do, think about your hero traits. So the top part of those, and think about like anything that you can do in these scenes that I'm going to throw at you here. If, for example, Nightshade, you get into a good argument with anybody, you could give your enjoys a good argument hero trait a check mark that you can use later.
Or if I discover that the victim is a child, then my instinct is going to kick in because I'm protective of children.
Exactly. So Dagon basically puts up a barrier of hard water that stops the car, and so now it's sort of stuck up against the barrier. The water is sort of pushing at it. The people inside are trapped. They can't get the doors open because of the water pressure.
Can I run out now? I have and
yes.
By the way, I think I want to run out and help because I have human life is precious.
That's great.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because, as someone who's dead, I know how beautiful and fragile life is. And I'm also 8 feet tall and have 4 arms and super strength. So I just want to wade out into the water and I want to pull their car door off.
Sure. Go ahead and roll your strength.
Okay, and it looks like I have a 5 strength, which is pretty darn good, right?
Yeah.
But I also have a power that goes with this, I think. My larger size, I get a +2 or -2 added to the total of all rolls in which your size or weight would logically have an effect.
That's right. So this is because you're 8 feet tall. After you roll, you can go ahead and add 2 to this because you're gonna get more leverage on your pull. You're gonna pull a door open, right? And pull the people out.
So I'm rolling 5 10-sided die because your game uses 10 sides, right? And
exactly.
Then
so.
Do I add those? Do I add 2 die or 2 to the total?
You're gonna add 2 to the total.
Okay, great. I'm gonna give it a shot. Do you give me the difficulty before I roll it?
Sure. Your difficulty for pulling open a locked car door is going to be 25.
25. Oh boy.
Wait, does he want
at least a 5 on each one?
Can he spend an extra dice if he wants for human life is precious?
Well, he just got the check mark. You can actually just use that check mark immediately if you want and add an extra die. Or
no, I'm
you
going to
can
try to save it up.
It.
I'm going to try to save it up because I think my other heroes can help me if I biff this roll. Here we go. 25.
Yeah, I'm swimming. I'm nearby.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So 25 is what I need to get, and I made it because I made 29, like 31.
All right, perfect. So yeah, you grab hold of the car door and you just wrench it off of its hinges
with all 4 of my arms.
Water
nice.
is flooding in. There's a family of 3 inside. There is a child inside. Nightshade, what will you do?
So since I'm protective of children, I immediately feel like I must save them. So I can create darkness. I can create a whole. How about I make a raft out of darkness?
Oh, perfect.
Right, and so they can just jump in, and then I can pull them towards us, so they can join us on our deck.
So you're gonna fly out to where this is, and basically stand on the roof of the car, create a raft next to it. And
I can't do it from the car. No,
you could. Or you could even fly. You could just basically hover over it too.
Right, but these 2 guys already left the car. Somebody has to stay inside the vehicle, don't they?
I think I put it in park. Should I have said that?
Yeah, we didn't go to McDonald's as soon as we were done with our turn. Like we're still there.
I fully put the car into park. I put on the emergency brake.
I thought we're in water. Okay.
Well, no, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, if the water rises any higher, it's a good chance. The Humvee's much heavier than the other car. So right now your car is pretty stable. The water's rushing around it.
I'll get out of the car to do this because I need to get a better angle. But I'm staying close to the car, so in case anything happens, I can jump in.
That's absolutely fair. All right. Yes, you can absolutely do this at range. You can basically just create the raft next to the drowning car, and then Jared, you're right there. You can
pluck them out with my 4 arms, placing them on the raft if they don't jump on themselves.
Do I have to roll anything to make the raft?
You do not. For this thing, you don't really need to roll. So I just wanted to give people a sense of what you guys can do and who you are. All right. So so you get those people to safety, and you're moving around. You're taking care of other things. You find a group of people who are someone's been he's attempted to save a dog who's been swept downstream, and they're doing that hand chain thing to try to get out to this dog that's stranded out in the water, and but 3 of them have been washed away, and so there's 3 guys and a dog rushing downstream.
My sheet says human life is precious, Andy, not canine life.
True.
That's a great point.
You may not care so much about the dog.
I will.
No.
I will.
What kind of
dog? Andy, first of all, I have a pertinent question. I need to know what kind of dog this is.
Okay,
Right.
It's fair enough. This is It's probably not a purebred, so let's call it some sort of like terrier sheepdog mix. So it's a medium-sized dog, curly hair, black and white,
and three guys, three animal lovers.
So I will look to the people reaching for it. I'm already jumping out of the car just immediately. Sure. And I will swim past, and I will poke my head up, and I will say, and by the way, viewers, I'm very creepy. I don't know if you saw the image earlier. I have this very like terrifying, haunted look on my face at all times. I look at the humans as I swim past towards the dog, and I say, look at how much better I am. And I will, because I love a good audience. And so it's on my sheet. So I show off, and I just like swim towards the dog.
You are super fast swimmer, by the way, too. The armor is aiding the speed at which you swim. It's like having magical swim fins.
And I grab the dog with one hand and swim with the other arm, and just hold the dog like a foot out of the water, just like.
Sure, you can start just by kicking your feet. You can sort of, surf along the top of the water.
So you got the dog now.
He's got the dog. So who's going to get these three guys?
I think I say something to Dagon like, "You forgot the humans, Dagon." And then why does she sound a little bit like Boris Karloff? It's going to be like a sexy lady Boris Karloff. Does that work for everybody?
More than works for me.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to. Yeah, I want to see if I can. I know it's crazy water, but I'm good at driving military vehicles. Can I take the Humvee all the way out there and see if they can climb onto it?
By the way, the raft that I made earlier still have room for 3 more. It's big.
I'm assuming that you've taken care of those people. You got them to safety. This is another part of the day.
As I've taken the dog to safety, I say you should have seen those other 3 people we saved, and I keep.
Yeah, Jackie, that thing with the raft happened 9 days ago. You've just been concentrating on a raft
because I love a good argument.
So Dan, did you go ahead and give yourself a check mark for loving a good audience?
Oh, I sure did.
Excellent. And the same with Agent Bride, with human life is precious.
Mm-hmm.
And Nightshade with protective of children. You'll be able to spend those check marks later if you need extra dice for something. All right, and so
Agent Bride, what are you gonna do with those 3 humans?
I'm just trying to drive out in the Humvee. I'm trying to use my secret agent driving skills to get out into the middle of this really raging water and let them climb onto the vehicle. That's what I'm trying to out here.
When I return the dog, I say, "Does this dog belong to one of you humans?" Does it, or is it a strange dog?
No, it belongs to somebody. You're talking to the people who are not being washed away, and they're like, "I think it's his," and he points to one of the ones that have been washed away.
I hand. Oh, he's gone. Like he's washed away.
Yeah, he's pointing to one of the 3 that's out in the water still. We
haven't got them yet. I thought the bride.
No,
I haven't done it yet.
No,
okay.
You can't wait to have this dog.
So Jared, I want you to roll me an aim roll. This is a driving challenge. You're going to need to drive out there and get into the right position. The water's murky. You can't see what's going on underneath. So you're going to try to position the car where these guys can climb onto it.
Great. So I only get 4 dice for my aim. Is there a difficulty?
Sure. Let's say there's 3 of them. Let's say it's 30. So
okay.
This is pretty challenging for you.
Very challenging. I guess I better spend my human life is precious check that I got earlier.
Sure.
And
that'll give you an extra die. Yeah, I'll give you an extra die.
And now I still need to roll 6 at least on each one. Let's see how I do.
All right.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Andy, I rolled a 29.
Yeah. 29.
Yeah.
So
can you save some of the people? Because I can save a couple.
Yes. So you managed to get it perfectly positioned for one of the people to grab onto. Another one manages to just reach and grab hold of the antenna.
And then...
and so far, so good. But the other one was not able. You were not able to get to the third one. He was just too far away.
Okay. So
and now Nightshade.
Quickly, I conjured up some darkness lassos to throw it, a life saver. Throw it over. Set perfectly hoop over the person like a carnival game. And
all right, well, I'm going to have you.
I made 2 of them. One just in case for the guy grabbing onto the antenna fell off.
That's fine. All right,
always prepared.
So go ahead, and you're going to also roll aim. So you're 3 dice for your aim.
All right.
And then
I only have to save 2.
I'm sorry.
I only have to get 2 people.
It's true. Well, I'm going to take each roll separately. You're gonna try to lasso the one guy who's furthest away because he's sort of the higher priority. Go ahead and lasso him. Then the other one will be much easier.
So what is the one? How much do I have to get?
So to lasso him, I'm going to say 20.
20.
It's not as much of a challenge as driving the Humvee out there and trying to get all 3. You're just trying to lasso the one guy. He's waving his arms, so he should be able to. If you get it near him, you should be able to catch it.
20. I only have 3 dice, though, right?
Right. You're going to add them together. So you roll 3 dice and add them.
Isn't that hard?
I'm gonna grab a new pencil. I'll be right back.
It sounds like it could be tricky, Jackie.
It has to be all 6 or higher.
It might be. It might be hard. Yeah, you might need to.
I need to spend my check. I think.
Yeah.
So I can roll 1 more die.
That's right.
Right. All right. Let's do that. Okay, so I got a 7, a 7, a 5, and a 4.
Hey, you did it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So he manages to grab hold of. So you've got the one guy who is furthest away, and you're going to be able to pull him back, and now you're going to throw the other rope to the guy who's got his hand on the antenna, and so he's pretty stable. So this is going to be much easier. This is just going to be 10.
Okay, and roll 3 dice now.
And roll 3 dice again.
I have 18.
All right, plenty. So you managed to get a rope to him. So now between you guys can pull him back to the Humvee and get them up out of the river, along with the dog who you've already brought to the bank. And the one guy is thrilled to have his dog back. He risked it all for that dog. And that
what's the dog's name?
Well, I hand it back to him and I say, "This dog is named Bubbles now," and just give it back to him.
Bubbles.
And he says, "Sure. Well, thank you."
The sea has renamed him. The river, if you will, is merely an extension of a vast, and I just go on for a really long time.
Because you've got a good audience.
And I tell Dagon, your monologues are why the humans treat us with fear and suspicion.
Actually, I say,
I know.
Who gives you the right to name the dog? Because I love a good argument. So I'm like, Bubbles is a horrible name for a dog.
You're right. It is a horrible name, but it's a stupid dog because it got in the water. What kind of dog gets in water this deep? Its name is Bubbles. The sea named it Bubbles. And I get to communicate this for the sea because I am very close to the sea and I saved the dog. So
I say, how about Tiny Bubbles? That's much cuter.
It's a pop culture reference that not everybody understands. You gotta, kind of like try to balance it out a little bit.
I'm just apologizing to the bystanders. Please step away.
I'm just arguing with him about the dog's name.
Intimidating.
This is now a crime scene.
So now we've got the Bride of Frankenstein, like pushing people away from the, calling it a crime scene, which is sort of interesting. But
this is an active investigation.
The crime of horrible dog names.
Then you're very intimidating, and they're already sort of ready to leave this area, so they're backing away, and
Moving on.
which is upsetting to Dagon because it means his audience is being pushed away.
Well, we'll have to find more people to look at us.
They never stop staring at us, staring in horror.
Why does Dagon always get the attentions? I want some attention too.
You can get attention too. I mean, there's lots to go around. We look real fucking weird. So just, kind of pound your chest a little bit next time you save these people. It feels real good.
You two are the only ones that look weird.
That's what I call. Well, let's be honest.
Your skin is very pale.
That's how we like it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You just look a little goth. That's all.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would be afraid of a woman who floats around throwing lassos of pure darkness at them.
No one.
All right, so you do some more heroic things elsewhere. You save some other people, and you come to a place where there is like a fraternity next to a university, and the building there was a party going on, and there are a bunch of people out on the balcony, and the house was right in the way of the first wave of the flash flood when it came in, and so the balcony has basically separated away from the house, and the balcony is about to collapse into the river, and there's like a dozen guys on this balcony.
A fraternity, huh? I say we just let this one go. I had a bad experience at a Taco Bell one time with a bunch of fraternity guys. Let's see what happened. Let's let this one play itself out.
Yes, first we saved a family, then a dog, and now the lowest form of life of all.
I thought all human lives are precious, Agent Bright.
Now yeah, she's kind of like, she looks at you kind of annoyed for a second. Not me. That was an awesome line.
I create a barrier, so I try to I try to make like a triangle so the water flows like I do hard water.
Mm-hmm.
So the water starts flowing in two directions away from this balcony. So whatever part of the structure is getting hit the hardest, I try to create like a triangle of hard water, so all the water is just being pushed away from this to buy it.
So where the water was sort of pushing at it and trying to push it over, you sort of protect that section of the wall, and you can do that pretty easily. The hard water that you can create but this place is already it's taken enough structural damage where you don't think you can. They're just up one floor, but you're in fairly deep water now. The water is up around 8 feet here, and moving pretty quickly. You don't know how long these.
Can they be lifted onto the roof of the building? Would that be safe, or does the whole building look like it's going to go down?
No. You think that would be safe? You could probably do that.
Sounds like a job for Nightshade.
It does. Can I be annoyed that these people risk their lives like this? Could I, for example, have no tolerance for these amateurs?
You could have no tolerance for these amateurs.
Oh, look, that's on my sheet. No tolerance for amateurs. I will. I'll check that to maybe use a little bit later. But I do think it is a job for Nightshade. Sounds like a good job for her.
Right, because Nightshade used to love to party, right?
Oh yeah,
when she was younger.
And
very much.
How many of these guys are there?
Let's a baker's dozen.
I tried it, so I'm trying to buy us time. That's really all I feel like I can do. So I swim right up to them, and I say, "You watch as the woman saves you, and see how you treat women from now on."
Wow, we're saving people and educating them.
Mm-hmm.
And
I can move through dark a dark dimension, can I pull people in and out of that though?
Oh yeah. When you step in, it's basically like you're opening a portal to this other dimension. You can step in. You can take people with you as you go. It closes behind you, so you can't really leave the portal open.
Right.
But
so
you can grab somebody.
I can basically create a portal to the balcony, and then they enter, and then I create an opening onto the rooftop, which is not too far, right?
That's right. You're basically stepping into this other dimension, walking maybe 30 feet, and then
basically opening a portal for them.
Yeah, and then stepping out on the other side. It's not instantaneous. You have to walk the distance in the dark dimension.
Oh, I was on Daigon's back when he swam over there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I'm very brave. You may even say I'm courageous enough to allow somebody to ride on my back whenever I swim to the rescue.
Wait, are you going to give Dan a courageous check for letting another hero just
This guy
piggyback to ride him?
I was
Listen,
just playing around. I thought you enjoyed the ride.
I'm willing to. I'm a yes and sort of GM. So sure.
I feel like I should have asked for the courageous one right away with our first rescue, and I didn't. So I'm just going for courageous. Seems like I need to check that one off ASAP.
Dan's going to be the whole game's Dan's going to be like, aren't I courageous for eating this meatball sub?
Well, that's the thing. If you don't give it to me now,
the first one was courageous. The second one, you did it for the audience.
Look,
the third one, you would just.
I'm white knighting in the third one, but I'll check courageous off for the first one. How's that?
You were just
That's
the mode of transportation for the third.
That's fair.
So I moved there because I was on Daigon's back, which
sure.
Yeah. So I'm good on movement. So all I have to do is get on the balcony, right? Open a portal.
That's right. And then grab somebody, take them through. Now you can only really do this like one person at a time.
Really? There's a baker's dozen. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of them. But you
throw
can grab and
them on my large back.
Can I throw a few onto Daigon? The ones who can swim.
Just take
so
them through
I
the
get
portal.
up there. First, I ask them, how many of you can swim? Because it's not too high, right? You said.
Yeah, but it is moving pretty quickly, and there's a fair bit of debris in the water too.
Oh,
so it would not be safe for them to jump in.
I think I could take like one under each arm though.
Oh yeah.
All right, then I'm taking
absolutely.
Give me two of them.
Sure.
And put a third one on my back. I got super swimming. I'm gonna go for it.
All right. So with three of them, I'm gonna make that a challenge. That's not something you can do sort of casually.
Well, challenge.
But sure. All right. And where are you going to swim them to?
The car.
Oh, okay. That's fair. All right. Give me a strength roll.
All right. And I'm going to spend that courageous. So this is
all right.
3 strength, and I'm going to take a 4th dice.
Perfect.
Do I get to use my super strength at all or super swimming for this?
No, that's more for just how fast you go and more for movement.
What do I need to roll for this?
You're gonna roll. Let's make it. It's not too hard. Don't roll badly. It's a 15.
Oh. All right. What's the worst that happen? 12, 18, 5, 23.
Oh my gosh. So you did very well. You got 3 of those guys to safety. Nightshade has taken one through the dark dimension onto the rooftop of the building. So that's
and I'm still in the car.
I've spent my courageous token now. So
yes.
I have to re-earn that to do it again.
Correct.
But I stick my head out and I say, next time, follow the instructions of the emergency broadcast system.
All right. Well, what do you want to do anything more than that?
So
you just want to lecture them from the car.
Well, I don't see any. They're saved now, right? Or no, you got 3.
Do I have to roll for anything?
No, not at all.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Dagon got 3. Nightshade got 1, right? So
That's
there's
right.
like 2 left, right?
No, there's like 8 left.
There's a lot. Yeah, so Can I just
Okay,
keep going? I mean,
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna stand under the balcony with my 4 arms spread wide and be like,
take
you know,
take one person each.
I'm
Take
ready
4.
to catch you.
You can take
All
4.
right. Well, the balcony is starting to, like, you hear something
right.
snap, and
So I'm swimming back.
the balcony tips suddenly,
Oh,
I got this.
and
I'm gonna just
and let's
catch the
see.
whole balcony.
Can I? Yeah. I
Sure.
want.
Yeah, you're standing right there. Do you want to try to catch the whole balcony?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
5 dice, but then I also get do I get dice for my large size?
You'll get the extra 2
Oh, the
at the
plus
end.
2 at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's my difficulty to catch a balcony full of 8 people?
Right. This is going to be. I'm going to say this is very challenging. If you, I'm going to say this is like 35.
well, just before it collapsed, I took 2 people, one in each arm, jump
Okay.
jump off because I can see that it's about to go, and I can see Agent Bright is coming towards me. So
Okay.
I'm
I took 2
using
people.
I'm using
Oh, so
my,
you could just grab them and fly.
Right.
Yeah.
And just-
Okay. So that's good. All right. So make that 30 then.
Oh, okay. If it's only 30, I think I'll just roll with my strength and let it and see how I do. And I say, I have no tolerance for you amateurs. I already have that check. Okay, here we go.
I think they're partying like pros, though. Uh-oh.
We're looking at a roll of 12
12.
on 5 dice.
All right. So this is an interesting choice you have to make now. You may spend your hero traits to re-roll a die, if you like.
Mhm.
You can also give me a drama trait, a drama token, and tell me which of your drama traits you would like to basically throw under my GM bus, as it were.
Yeah. I think the appropriate one here. So I have 3 drama traits. They are mourns being alive,
Mhm.
used as a murder goddess, and harbors a secret love. I think that the reason she was so angry with these frat guys is they're living their life. You know, they're able to still get enjoyment from beer and like partying and
That's right.
dancing. And the bride gets no enjoyment from those things anymore, being a living corpse. So that's the one I will give you to use against me later is mourns being alive.
I like it. That seems perfect. That
Yeah.
seems
I thought you were
perfect for the
gonna use the
situation.
3rd one because one of them is your secret boyfriend.
I thought about that. I was like, maybe one of these guys looks like my secret love, but I'm not ready to spring my love affairs on you guys quite yet. So what does that mean? So I get to re-roll, or
So you get to re-roll one of the dice and
Mhm.
also add another die.
oh, that's really helpful. Okay.
So you could potentially add 19 to your score here.
And I've added a lot. So my score is now. Hold on, I moved the die here.
If
Also,
he had 12 and he adds 19, that's still just 31.
So my score is now.
He only needs 30.
Yeah, but
Oh my gosh, you guys.
it's 31. Right?
How'd you do?
No, I rolled a 23.
Oh, all right. So,
all right.
so
Well,
Yeah.
what you have, you continue to have the same choice. Do you want to use?
Give you another drama trait thing?
You could,
One of them is your
Or-
boyfriend.
or one. Let's say one of those guys falls into the drink.
It happens.
I think that one of these guys falls in the drink. I need like some narrative gas for later in this story.
Sure.
So I think I lose one of these guys.
All right. Yeah. So the thing collapses suddenly, and Agent Bride grabs hold of it with all 4 of her arms, but it's just too much, and she was just not quick enough. And then one of the guys falls in. She manages to get most of them. They're all holding onto the rails, but there's one guy who didn't get hold of a rail quick enough, and into the drink he goes, and he's being swept downstream. Go for him.
All right, I'm swimming. I'm just gonna grab him and drag him back to the car.
Okay.
One dude.
Yeah, but let's say.
I know. I'm coming back from the car. Yeah, like I just dropped those last 3 guys off, so I know. Yeah,
you were just coming back from the car, so I will make you actually roll your swimming. So you're going to roll a bunch of dice because he's moving very quickly away from you, and you were sort of upstream from him.
Okay.
And the water's cruising down. There's all kinds of debris in the water.
Well, I'm very good at this, so I get to roll 7 dice.
Yes, you're very good at this.
What's the difficulty here?
So let's make this difficulty 40 as well.
Oh, balls. Here we go.
You can do it. You can do it.
9, 12, 13. Oh, boy. 21. 32.
32.
Use a drama trait.
I'm totally using a drama trait. So,
all right.
I am going to. I feel like the reason I couldn't catch up to this guy is because I'm getting distracted with all my bravado. I'm relying on my armor's power, and so it's going to at some point in the future start whispering to me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna re-roll one and add a dice. So that was 32. All right. Well, we're up to 44 now.
There we go.
There it is.
And that's how that's done. You can see that these people are not very good audience for you because they're already hammered. They're hammered. They're so drunk, and so drunk people are never a very good audience. But you've got him, and you haul him back to the car. The other 6 or so you manage to get onto the roof easily enough, while Agent Bride holds the thing up.
Yeah, I'm the one. I keep getting them off the roof.
Yeah.
While she's holding it. Yeah.
That's right. And there were only a handful more, so you guys saved the day. They will remember you, maybe.
I think that after this, Agent Bride is she's gone full monster. She just she's upset about her performance, so she just when you talk to her.
I keep giving him like medium strength slaps just to try to keep him awake and keep pointing at Nightshade and be like, "I told you to remember. Wake up, stupid. I know you're drunk. Wake up. Remember, a woman saved you.
A woman saved you.
You will grow from this experience, and I will see to it."
All right, so you manage to get these people to safety. They are appreciative, and some of them are starting to get. By the time you get them all, some of them are starting to get lose their buzz a little bit, and they're like, "Oh, this is weird. You guys are."
Remember why you drank? That's still here when you're done.
And just about dusk. So you've been at this all day. You've been saving people. You've been doing all these sorts of things all day. And just about dusk, and you get a call.
We haven't done any investigating yet. Just saving people.
Yes, you haven't had time. You've just been running around saving people. But it turns out the Baron Winters, who is your boss, has gotten in contact with the emergency system here in River City and given them your cell phone numbers, and they call you and they say, there is a problem at the Catholic Church on such and such and such and such. A call came through from the kindergarten teacher there. She's trapped on the 2nd floor with some students. She's barricaded herself into a small office because there are giant rats trying to get in. Giant rats. And then the line went dead. And so you don't know what's happened to her. So they've called you, and you guys need to get there as fast as you can.
This is what we were sent here for.
Yeah, I think I mean, I am Catholic, right? And I'm protective of children. So I have to spring in action right away. So
That's right.
since I can create portals anywhere, this is the perfect time to use it. And this is in the evening, right? So
Yeah.
I don't have to. My power is the strongest right now. I don't have to try very hard to.
Oh yeah, you can step into the dark dimension anytime you like.
Right.
But this feels more at home now that it's dusk.
Right.
So for this scene I'm actually going to use the initiative tracking. So I want you each to roll your initiative dice. Because I'm assuming that Dagon, you're going to swim, Nightshade is going to teleport or fly, and Agent Bride is going to drive there in the Humvee.
Yeah.
Yes, in the Hearse V.
The Hearse V.
Would you like to know what score I got?
Yes, please.
I rolled a 16.
A 16. All right.
Nice. That's really high.
21.
Nice. That's way higher.
21. Okay. And Dagon.
Don't worry about it. No, I rolled a 14.
A 14. Oh, you're fine.
This is the time to roll low anyway. So
yeah.
Right.
Do we know how many rats there are, or is it just like rats plural?
Rats plural. They didn't get a lot of detail out of her before the line went dead.
The lady with the giant rats wasn't like, there are 7 rats. Their names are
Bubbles.
Bubbles, and
I won't be naming these. I will simply be killing them.
They are armed.
Oh no!
Okay,
No.
So Nightshade, you arrive there first,
Mm-hmm.
and here's what you see.
We don't all come through the portals together. No.
No. You wouldn't be able to open one big enough for the Humvee, the Hearst V. And
But Dagon can come with me.
And Dagon swam off. He figured he was faster.
That Dagon always want to do it the hard way.
Look, it's better if I do it this way. I need to just sort of like get in the zone, you know?
So the St. James Church and Catholic School is a small cluster of buildings. It takes up about a half a block on St. James Avenue. It's in an older part of the city, close to downtown, not yet been redeveloped. There's sort of a main chapel in the front, and there under the wings, there's sort of the wings are these other buildings that were clearly built at another time later on and have been connected to the church. And then behind that is like the schoolyard, like the playground and the track and field, and then beyond that, a monastery, a convent, and the gym and the lunchroom. And so you're coming up onto the church. You remember that the call said that there was something on the second floor. The water has gotten pretty high here, at around 6 feet. The church itself is raised up, so the ground floor of the church is only about 2 feet underwater, but the other buildings are all further underwater. Nightshade, what would you like to do?
Second floor. Can I hear the children?
Yeah, sure. You can. So you're going to try to listen for the children. Go ahead and make me a perception roll.
Okay, so should be easy because they see 7 rats. They should be screaming pretty loudly.
Oh, hey.
It's not going to be difficult if you can get close enough to them. But the place is pretty broad, and there's a fair bit of noise from the water rushing, and so as you're basically doing it, you're doing a flyover. Yes.
I mean, we heard children screaming earlier this stream.
Somebody asked in the chat. I confess, I'm not sure I know what this means, but they're trying to get your attention. They say, "Can we see how you're tracking the timer, Andy?"
Oh, sure. It's super low tech. I know Calvin. Hi, Calvin. It's super low tech. This is basically just a timeline, and I have pegs on the timeline for each of you.
Oh, cool.
And so it just goes every 10 on the timeline. I just keep moving forward. This line here, the darker line, represents sort of the difficulty that you guys were rolling towards. So that was 15, and so one of you got. So Nightshade is first, arrived here at 21. Second is Agent Bride,
and I drowned.
and then you arrive just right after Agent Bride.
Right.
You had a little cramp. That's all.
You know how it is after you eat.
You got turned around on the streets. You took a left turn on St. Jerome instead of St. James. It happens.
All these Catholic schools, I tell you.
Horrible sense of direction.
And all of the streets in downtown River City are all one way, anyways, and that's super confusing.
Right.
Terrible infrastructure.
It's so annoying.
So how high do I have to roll? I rolled already.
So yeah, you rolled 3 dice. And how did you do?
19.
Okay. You actually hear them, so you know pretty much exactly where they're at. There's a window sort of down the right wing of the and you fly by it, and you hear them. You see on the inside there's a bunch of kids and a lady, and she's throwing things against the door that you can see on the other side of the room.
Oh, okay. At the giant rat.
Well, she's barricading the door.
Okay.
She's barricaded herself into this small office, and the office is maybe the size of a bedroom. It's got a couple of desks in it, and so that's what you have seen. So what will you do now? Because you're still, because of your role, you're still ahead of everybody else.
So they're pretty safe in this office,
you can see,
right?
You can see both Dagon and Agent Bride coming down the street.
The children and the lady is in the same room, and they're barricading the door from the other side. So there's no immediate danger other than whatever is on the other side of the door, right? For
as far as you can tell, yes, that is true.
Okay, so I think I'm going to create a wall in front of the door, so it's permanently sealed, and then try to get them out calmly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to basically help barricade the door with your darkness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save the children first, and let the boys deal with the monsters.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let you roll on this because you're using basically a create darkness ability, and when you create darkness,
create advantage.
You could when you do it. If you roll well enough, you can actually boost your powers for the next time that you roll. And so go ahead and roll your create darkness. It's your influence. So 5 dice.
Right. And I have enjoyed a good argument and protective of children traits that if I need to, I can use it. But to make a wall, it should be pretty simple.
Very simple, yeah. This is not going to be hard, and you're not going to fail at this. This is just to see how much more power you get the next time.
So, not very good. Okay, I rolled 15 with 5 dice. Really?
That's exactly what you needed. Yeah, it turns out. Your target is 15 to get. So the next time that you roll, next time that you try to create something with darkness, you get an extra die.
Okay.
So note that somewhere that next time you roll, you're sort of powered up. You're basically sucking the light out of things to create this darkness, and that juices you up pretty good. So you've helped her. You've created this advantage for her to.
And I can give this to other players too when necessary, or no, just for me.
No, this is just for you.
Okay.
Yeah, in this case, this one's just for you. This is just your darkness powers sort of powering themselves up as night goes on.
Okay. So the door is barricaded, and so I am
right. And
children are my top priority, so I'm getting them out of the room into safety. And as I was doing that, the boys
hang on just a second.
Oh no.
So we've basically You've used a targeted action to create the barricade. I'm imagining that you're still hovering outside the window, doing all this looking through the window.
Right.
And so now I'm going to cut to Agent Bride.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you brought the Humvee up to the church and parked it on the steps. So you're a little bit up out of the water of the church steps.
Probably a little bit not very respectfully, like I kind of knocked over a statue or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's all kinds of you've come through the shrubbery and yeah.
Right.
You haven't cared about how you got there. You're just like, I'm getting up onto the church, up onto the little platform in front of the church, the entryway to the church, and there you are. You've parked the Hurst V there, and what will you do now?
Well, geez, you said it's kind of a large complex, and I don't know exactly the room they're in, so I guess
you actually do see
Nightshade,
because she's sort of to your left.
Also, wait, how is he driving in the water without me?
You decided to swim. I'm sorry, Dagon. I can't help you.
No.
Okay.
How are you not underwater? Like, isn't this like 10 feet of water?
No, we established.
It's one of those amphibious Humvees, right?
Water.
It's a military assault vehicle.
And it hasn't been easy for him to get there.
Right. Although I did still arrive before you did.
That's why it took her so long.
It's
just playing, devil's advocate here.
Definitely up to the windows of the Humvee.
And I'm talking to Dagon via my walkie-talkie, and I'm like, "Don't worry, I'll leave some bad guys for you to throw water at."
I hate you so much.
And if I can see Nightshade, I think that allows me to know which building I'm trying to target. So I want to run in from the bottom and try to get whatever she's dealing with from outside. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to get to the other side of that door.
Right. So what you want to do is you want to go into the church. This is the way you probably suspect that this will work, is that you'll go into the church, find the side door that leads off to that building, find a stairway up, because you're going to need to go up maybe a half flight to get to the second floor of that building, because that building is lower than the church.
Yes.
Okay. And so you enter the church, and let me show you what that looks like.
Ooh, do you got a map?
No, I have pictures.
Your drawing?
I have I have photographs.
Oh.
It's always fun when you're a game master
and like the same
you're about to show people something and they're like, "Oh, wow, a 3-dimensional model that you built that we can play in?"
Hand paint a church model?
You hand painted your own church and you're like, no, I found one online.
You 3D printed one that you completely made from scratch.
Just for the stream.
Give me that photo. Give me that hot pic.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Let me see that church.
Here it is.
I hope there aren't bad guys in it or something.
Once you're into the church, it's only a couple of feet of water at the bottom. I've got another.
Right now, I'm just imagining Andy's search history: flooded church.
It's true.
The FBI agent who's like, "Oh my."
I think Agent Bright is going to go talk to Andy. Like we flagged you on a couple things.
The church in Venice are always flooded.
Yeah, and I think this is where these pictures are from.
Okay, right. That's a mess.
So Agent Bright, you're on your way. You're running in. You've run into the church. You've seen that. You see where you need to go. You need to slosh your way over to the doorway and then go up. I'm going to go ahead and move you forward in time and come to Dagon.
So, okay.
You've arrived. You see him rush into the church. You see her up flying and like doing something darkness wise through the window of
Dagon knows I'm going to save the children first. That's my top priority.
Congratulations. Do I feel like the giant rats are on the second floor then?
Will you make me a perception roll?
I will. Like I'm not great at this. I'm kind of thinking about my very emo abyssal feelings most of the time. What's the difficulty on this bad boy?
This is not going to be too hard. Say 15.
Well, I got 2 dice. Great chance I'm gonna eat shit. Oh, how's an 8 sound, Andy?
Well, you don't see any giant rats.
Cool. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see Nightshade doing something with a window, and I'm just gonna assume that's where the rats are. All right, and I'm gonna use water kinesis to shoot myself up and smash through the window, and just be like battle cry as soon as I go through.
Okay, go ahead and make me an aim roll.
Sweet. I'm gonna use my Love's a Good Audience to spend that also for an extra dice.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the difficulty on this bad boy?
Oh, you're hitting a window. It's not going to be difficult.
Sweet. Well, I'm smashing through it with my body and my water.
Well, right.
All right, I have my number. What's the difficulty, Andy?
The difficulty is 15 again.
Oh, I got a 19, my friend.
There we go.
You're good. So you crash in through the window. There are screams from the children inside the small office, and you land on a desk that's right in front of the window. There's like 6 small children and a young lady, possibly the teacher that you've heard about.
All right.
And a giant water monster has just crashed through the window into the room.
I go up to the tallest human, and I say, "Point to me where the wet mammals are."
And we cut to
bad
ones. There's just a lot of staring and horrified staring.
And I keep repeating the question in like words
to keep the children's calm. Is this the same room?
Yeah.
I'm ignoring Nightshade completely. I was hoping the rats were here.
Nightshade is doing her thing, and Dagon literally just blasts himself out of the water and through the window that you're doing this through, and
now the children are terrified. Again,
now the children are terrified, and Ancient Bride, you hear
yes.
A distinct lack of screaming for a moment, and then more screaming.
Dagon must have arrived.
Will you also make me a perception roll?
I will. My perception is 4. That's not too bad.
That's not bad.
And what am I trying to hit? Or
you're trying to hit a 20.
I just keep walking amongst the children saying, "Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? You, one with red hair, why are you screaming?"
I didn't think a perception roll was something to spend one of my hero traits on, so I've only rolled an 16.
Okay, that's fine. If you want to roll more, you know how to, if you'd like. Otherwise, I will just keep you moving towards the door, towards where you heard the screaming from. And
that sounds fine.
Where you think the stairway is to get to the next one. And in fact,
I'll just make note of the fact that I've armed my guns.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Okay.
And so you make it to a strange little stairway room that is the connective tissue between these 2 buildings that were not built at the same time. And so there's sort of stairs down to the door to the lower level, and of course water is filled up, and then stairs sort of halfway up and to the next landing for the door into the building that is your target. So
great.
So that's where I've got you, and then we'll come back to Nightshade.
So I'm upset at Dagon for ruining everything. I'm trying to get the children out safely, calmly, because they're scared of water monsters that yells at them. But there he is.
There he is, right among them.
I just have blue balls from not being able to fight rats. I'm
Why?
absolutely taking it out on the children.
The rats are there. You just have to find them. So let's.
Oh, I'm
So I-
hoping my next turn I'll find them.
Yeah. So I have to calm the children then, right? Tell them that he's one of us. He may look scary.
You can try to calm them.
He's a good guy.
All right, so you're going to take a short action to basically like try to calm the children, like say, no, he's with us. It's okay.
Yeah.
And go ahead and roll your influence.
Okay, I have 5. So. 23.
Oh, not bad at all. Okay, so
Kids love monsters.
The teacher has stood between herself and Dagon. Now, sensing like she's risen to the occasion, and is trying to put the children behind her. The children are getting some succor from that, and also from Nightshade. Maybe you've flown into right inside the window, nice picture window, now all broken out. And you're like, it's okay, we're here to help. And and some of the kids, there's one kid in particular who seems like he's a lot less concerned than the others. And so now we will go back to Agent Bride. Agent Bride, you have made it up to the stairs and into the corridor. There's sort of a wide corridor. This place has not been painted in a long while. This place could use some tender loving care here. But what you see on this corridor, all the way down the end of this long building, maybe 100 feet long, maybe 120 feet long. The corridor is about 8 feet wide. There's 2 giant rats gnawing at the door about 60 feet down the. And this is more or less where your mental mapping of where Nightshade was. So you see the giant rats that are trying to get into the door, and you also happen to notice that there's just other rats everywhere.
Interesting. Well, the first thing I want to do is, now that I think about it, human life is precious, so I want to holster my guns because I can't fire at these things. The other side of that door is full of children's and a kindergarten teacher.
You're facing perpendicular to them and the door.
Oh, really? Oh, so I have a shot. Okay,
yeah. They're trying to get through a side door. You're looking down a long hallway. You're seeing them attack the door.
Very good. Then I will not holster my guns. I will.
Are you gonna move towards them and take a shot?
I think so.
All right.
I think so. So I would roll my aim, right? But my gun gives me a little bit extra on that roll.
A little English.
Oh, I carry a gun that grants +3 dice to my aim.
Oh yeah.
She can fire 2 guns at once, right?
Yeah.
She can hit 2.
Or use her extra arm to sort of steady the one.
I think that she's not too concerned about these 2 rats yet. She's not going into full Rambo mode, so she's just gonna steady her aim for this one.
All right.
She's gonna shoot him. And my dice have not been super kind tonight. 26.
These rats, by the way, they if they stood upright, you'd think that they'd be about human sized.
Ooh.
Oh God, that's a detail I could have used before I fired hot lead at them. But I do roll 34.
How much did you get?
34.
34. Wow. All right. So you have they were not expecting you. They were gnawing at the door, and they were not expecting you at all. So they're just going to use their toughness to try to unexpected hit. And so you've overcome their toughness by more than 10.
Nice.
So you've hit one of them and done 2 stun. So you've taken a palpable hit is what I'm saying. A palpable hit.
Great.
That's what I call a little English on a bullet.
Nice. Dagon.
Yes.
All right. So the teacher is standing before you, and she's starting to get the idea that you guys are all working together, and you might be here to save them,
right?
But you're, and she sort of points at the door, just like you're on that side, we're on this side.
All right. Do I notice that one? You said I noticed that one kid's being goth and weird, right?
Yeah, one of the kids is he's just not nearly as perturbed as the others.
All right.
It's like this is not his first rodeo.
Weird. Well, I'm going to trust that Nightshade will take care of that, and I'll just yell, everyone get behind something. I'm going to take care of these rats, and I'm going to just I'm going to kick the door open and just try to punch one of them in the face.
Okay. Well, she has barricaded. She's put a bunch of stuff in front of the door.
I'm going to pick up whatever's there and just start going,
just throwing stuff away, out of the way. Okay. So I'm just going to have you do that for a little bit. Until you get to the
he could just go outside the window and go around,
but not too long. You'll be fine. Nightshade, what will you do now?
So why? So the children are still in the room.
The children are still in the room. Yep, with you and Dagon.
So can they leave through the window, or
where would you like them to go?
Just away, somewhere where we don't have to worry about them.
You're welcome for me making that exit.
They can
get out of here.
You'd have to be a little careful about the broken glass, but yeah, they could come out the window. They could climb up on the desk.
There are multiple windows, right? Is there only one window?
No, there's basically just one. It's like this office is fairly small. Like imagine a small bedroom. It's got a couple of desks in it. One of them against the window.
Okay, so I'm gonna. While Daigons, try to deal with the door and the barricades, then I'm saying, okay, kids, come through the window. And as they're leaving, I noticed that one doesn't seem like he wants to leave, right?
Yeah. Well, so if there's nothing outside the window for them except your waiting arms. Unless you want to make something for them to stand on.
How about I break the windows completely so it's cleared. There's no sharp edges. I just keep hitting I break the window so that there's no make the opening bigger so they can climb through.
Yeah, okay. But what I'm saying is that once they climb through, there's nothing there. It would just be a drop into the water.
Oh.
They're not on the first floor.
Yeah, they're up on the second floor.
I thought there's I thought I'm in a hallway or something.
No. You're outside of their external facing window.
Okay.
You fly.
So I had to get in and create a portal to take him somewhere safe. Then.
Okay. Yeah, maybe up onto the roof, or.
Yeah, sure.
Or maybe even into
outside, just outside.
Yeah, basically, you're just going to take. You could probably grab a few of them and just pull them into the dark dimension with you. They'd be safe enough in the dark dimension.
Enough.
Oh.
Enough.
Sure.
Hey, kids. Hey, little kids. Just go jump in the dark dimension for a little bit. Doesn't that sound fun?
Try not to think about it too much. Go to like a happy place.
Kids love darkness, right?
Yeah, normal people are not don't usually have a very good time in there, but
I was
it's
thinking
safe.
Just opening a portals to take them out so they can go home. Yeah. Forget about what happened.
Right.
Forget about the crazy monster that busts through the window.
That's what trauma does, right? Yes. Trauma will just erase itself.
I made my monstrous objective very clear. I don't think I was crazy at all.
it's going to be hard to get them to step into darkness because they are children.
Can she do like an influence check?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can talk to them and say, just close
Yeah,
your
so
eyes.
You've
It's like
opened up the
closing your
portal and
eyes.
you're like, come with me, step into the darkness. Come with me, it'll be safer in here.
No, I say this is like a door. Close your eyes, and when you open them, you'll be in a magical rooftop.
All right, so make a roll.
Okay. Influence. See if I convince them.
Yep.
Okay. And there are 4 kids to convince?
There are 6.
6. All right. Okay, I rolled pretty well. So I actually rolled 2 natural 10s.
Oh, that's great. So that actually lowers the difficulty for this down by some too.
I rolled
That's
a 10,
great.
a 10, a 6, an 8, and a 5. So
Nice.
I forget,
So
this is your critical roll, right? This is your critical rule, rather. So explain that, Andy.
Yeah. So because her powers are magical, whenever she rolls a natural 10 on the dice, I lower the difficulty by 5. So basically, a 10 becomes 15 effectively. So her telling me that is important.
Yeah, they trust me because they saw how hard I try to barricade the door as they were in danger. So they trust that I'm here to save them. So they listen.
And honestly, the toughest customer was the teacher. And now she's helping you. She's like, no, it's okay. Come on.
I don't want to be in the same room as Daigon, so get me out of here.
And five of the kids are willing to go with you.
Right.
But that other one is like, I have to wait for my dad.
Okay.
My dad is coming. My dad's here somewhere.
Oh. Okay, so I'm going to.
But you've got the other 5 and the teacher out of the room.
Right, and Daigon's in the room, so I think that one kid would be safe. I'll interrogate him later.
Okay.
One of those rats is this kid's dad. Well, he'll be fine.
We'll come back to you.
Daigon's got him.
Daigon,
I'm really afraid one of the rats is this kid's dad.
You've reached the door, and you can see that there's the rat nose has almost gotten through. Basically, has gotten through and is gnawing on the. Like there's a little bit of a hole in there, and you can see the teeth gnawing at it.
I'm gonna smash those teeth. Oh, you're gonna do that shit at me? You're gonna go. We're gonna shatter those incisors, motherfucker.
All right. Go ahead and roll me. Let's see. You're gonna roll me. You can. So when you use a hand-to-hand attack, you can use either aim or strength. Whichever one is better for you. In this case, neither one of them is better. They're both 3. So you're basically just going to punch them right in the face.
And I'm going to, can I get my courageous token back in for punching the rat in the face?
Through a door? No.
Oh, well, all right. Fair. Okay. Sounds good. I'm going to roll.
I don't want to face Jackie and Jared scorn again.
That's fair. That'd be a 14.
A 14. Okay. So you punch him right in the nose. Teeth, and it hurts a bit to punch something that hard. But you definitely knock him back a little bit. But you don't think you really hurt him.
The next one's gonna hurt real bad.
But he's no longer chewing on the door. Cool. And you also hear gunshots outside.
I just put my face up to the hole and I go, ah!
Yeah. I'll come back to you for that one. Agent Bride.
Yes. So
you got
Agent Bride is. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Andy.
I was going to say you've made it about halfway down the corridor towards these rats. The one rat that you shot is now facing you, and is sort of crouched down in a sort of a threat position.
Great. As an agent, a former agent of Shade, and someone who's delved into the weird a lot, I'm wondering if I can do a short action to sort of perceive if these look like people that have been turned into rats. If there's some sort of metamorphosis taking place, something like that. Would that be possible?
It's possible. Just like thinking through the files that you've read about giant rats. Go ahead and make me a perception roll. You might come up with something. It's going to be pretty hard, though. I mean, this is obscura, right?
Right.
So maybe a 25.
Okay. I am going to use my no tolerance for amateurs thing that I earned earlier, if that's okay.
That's perfect.
Because, only us experienced agents read those case files. All right. And I got... Oh, I made it, and I just made it. 25.
Oh, perfect. There is a known criminal that Batman periodically encounters named Ratcatcher. And you know that he has the ability to grow rats. Not only that, but all of these other rats around are kind of a key indicator of him as well. He always has rats, lots and lots of rats around him.
That's great news, because it means I'm not shooting someone who has been transformed into a monster. So
no, you think that this is probably just an enlarged rat.
Beautiful. If that was a short action, then I would like to open up on that same rat again until it is dead.
Well, actually, it was a short action, but I'm still over. I've jumped you ahead of the others, but only by a little.
Okay.
We'll come back to you for that.
Okay.
Nightshade.
So now the children are safe.
Yes,
There's one kid left to deal with.
Well, so you and the children are in the dark dimension, in the Nightshade dimension. Okay. And so now you need to find a place to take them, because you don't want to stay here too long with them, because it could drive them mad.
Just the entrance outside is good enough. Where their mommy and daddy are waiting.
Well, you didn't see anybody outside, and
there's
so
10 feet of water outside.
there's a lot of water outside.
All right.
Maybe just another one. Maybe just another room. Maybe you just walk like 20 feet up and drop them off in another one.
You said there were 2 buildings.
Yeah, one on the other side of the church.
Okay, so can we just go there? Go to the roof over there? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Church doesn't feel too safe right now.
Right. So you basically gather them up and you fly them over.
Was it ever? Yeah.
Exactly.
Over to that side, and I'm gonna go ahead, and that's gonna take you a little bit of time to get them over there. I'll come back to you. But the children are now safe in the other building.
Except for that one child.
On the roof of the other building, except for Freddy. Freddy is still there, watching Dagon punch Rat through a door. And Dagon, what's happening?
Is there any water in this room?
There is not. The water is below you, probably by 3 feet.
All right, I'm gonna. When I looked through the door, did it look like there was water on the other side?
No. You're up on the second floor, so it's dry up here.
I'm going to turn to Freddy and be like, all right, kid, you tell Dagon what is happening with your dad. There's no humans around. What's going on, man?
Make me an influence roll.
A what?
Influence.
Cool.
Yeah. Now that you've addressed him and he's alone, it's going to be a little bit more terrifying.
For Freddy.
Oh, 3 criticals. I got 3 criticals.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So that'll be 38.
Sure. So you're like, you get down at his level. You kneel down. You look straight in the eye, and you say, "Tell me what's going on here. What's going on?"
I don't believe any of this is real. Rodents of unusual size, they don't exist.
And
but
he
you
says,
just saw them.
My daddy's here.
Quote. It's important that I get that out there. So just roll with it. What's up with your daddy, kid?
My daddy's here to get me, but he's not supposed to get me because he and mommy were fighting.
Look, sometimes mommies and daddies fight. There's this, kind of thing that happens. People get together when they're young and they make mistakes. Listen, you gotta get out of here, kid. This sucks. I don't know where you think they are, but they're not coming.
No, he's here. I know he's here.
Does your daddy like giant rats?
Yes, these are all his rats.
Oh, cool. We're probably gonna be a little traumatizing for you because your father is 100% a supervillain, and this is not gonna go well for him. Heads up.
But he's my daddy.
Your daddy was probably cool in some aspects of his life. People can have, sides to them. Your daddy sucks, and I'm going to try to punch him in the face, and I'm real sorry, but it's important for the city.
I don't like you.
I like you because you're a kid, but I'll punch you if you attack me. Do you want to go? You want to do this?
Oh, God.
Mommy says punching people is not okay.
Well, then I won't punch you because I respect your mother. Your dad, though, real piece of shit. I turn back to the door and I whip it open and I get ready to punch another rat.
All right. So you
this kid's fine. The rats aren't going to eat the rat catcher's kid. Let's just fucking punch some rats.
So you swing open the door. You see the rat that you punched is sort of there facing the door. Another rat is moved a little bit further down to your right. You see Agent Bride shooting, running this way and shooting at the rat at the rat. And we're gonna cut now to Agent Bride.
Yes, I feel completely justified in opening up both barrels on these rats.
All right.
So,
are you gonna close the distance as well?
Yeah, I think so. In fact,
All
I will come into the hallway where Dagon is, and I'll shout "Rat catcher," and then I'll continue at the rats.
Nice.
Okay, great. So let's see. +3 dice for the main gun, or if I wanted to do 2 shots, does that work differently? Because I have this 4 arms and extra gun thing.
Yeah, so you would instead of adding the extra die for stability, you would take a second shot with the lesser gun, with the +2 gun instead of the +3 gun.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so my handgun grants +3 to my attack, so my aim is 4, and then I'll roll 7 dice, but I won't get the +2 for aim because I'm going to take a second shot.
Correct.
Okay, great. Okay. Here's the first shot. And that's a good one.
He's facing you this time. I'm sure. I take it you're shooting the same one.
Yeah, I am. 30, 40. I got a 40 on that.
Ooh, very nice. So another 2 stun on that one, and it sort of squeals and falls.
Okay, great. He's down. So my second shot goes to the one confronting Dagon, if I can see it.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Right there in front of you.
And let's see.
It's 6 dice. It's going to be your 4 aim plus 2 dice from the other gun.
Yep, you got it. And I say to Dagon, remember when I said I'd leave you a monster to hit? I lied. And I rolled a 35.
35. Again, a 2 stun hit. So another palpable hit.
Great.
All right. Nightshade. Let's come back to you. You've deposited the teacher and the 5 students back on the rooftop of the other building. And now, what would you like to do?
So I'm gonna go back and check on Dagon.
Okay, so
It's
you're gonna
not
make
safe to leave him in the same room as Freddy.
That's probably true. So you're gonna make the trek
I don't
back
like how that sounds at all.
through the dark dimension and come back into that room.
Yeah,
Okay,
should be
all right.
easy.
Yeah. That's not so hard. You're not. It's faster because you don't have the other kids around.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna pop back out right after Dagon takes an action.
All right. So is there a rat in front of me anymore, or did Agent
There is.
Bride just plug it with bullets? Okay.
He shot it. He shot it real good, but it's still right there.
Okay. I'm gonna cry out, "Rat catcher, show yourself!" and I'm gonna punch the rat in the face.
All right. Make me your strength roll.
You got it. Not terrible. Sort of terrible. 18.
It doesn't seem to. That's not going to do it.
These hands.
These hands.
So, yeah, I mean,
Wait, do you want to spend? You want to up that roll?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my loyal to Atlantis drama trait because I feel like I'm representing another people here. I can't just let some rat like do this to me. So, much better. Okay, so that's gonna be a 26.
All right, there we go.
Wait, okay. So I just have a question, and I'm sorry. When we're playing a new game, I hate. I'm not trying to check on you, Dan, but I just want to make sure I understand. So when did you get the loyal to Atlantis check?
Loyal to Atlantis, I didn't get. That's one of the drama ones that I don't know
so Andy can bring that out later.
Correct.
Yeah.
And now I've used 2 of those at this point. So
oh god,
right.
yeah.
Great. And I'm actually all out of hero traits. That's why I've been trying to re-earn them. Like I'm in the pit right now.
Yeah. I am too. I used up all mine.
So I've got no extra dice. I've got no extra hero traits, and I have used 2 of my 3 drama traits. I still haven't used not
Right.
from round here, which I feel like could get played pretty soon too.
I still had all mine, and then I had 2 bonus, and then I still have my extra thing that I can spend.
And I bet you're good with kids or something too.
I mean, somebody's got to be prepared in this in the squad.
So
Jackie is learning how to win the hero.
She's
rat.
definitely doing better than I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
this rat that you just punched decides to take a bite out of you.
All right,
So-
bring it.
So now you have a choice of whether you want to try to dodge this attack or try to tough it out with your armor. It's
I've
kind of
got
an obvious choice
I've
for
got
you.
ridiculous armor, so I'm just gonna be like,
Ridiculous armor.
bite me,
That's right.
bite me.
That's it. Do it. Your
All right,
difficulty
so-
is 30.
Cool. I get to roll pretty much all my dice, so this will be fun.
That's always fun. Roll all the dice.
All right, 1 crit, and that'll be
Nice.
24 plus 32
Yeah.
plus
So that
40,
reduces-
42.
Nice. You are so safe. You're so safe in your armored carapace.
Mhm.
You couldn't be safer. You're safe as houses here.
And I just yell out again, "Rat catcher, show yourself!"
And I think he might.
Is this rat down? The one that's
Uh,
been fighting Dagon?
No. There's one that's down, and then there's one that's fighting Dagon, who's still up.
Okay.
And we come to Dagon,
Again?
and well, that was the rat's action that he
rat's
was
action.
rolling. So now it's Dagon's action. You're going to call out, "Show yourself, rat catcher!"
Yes, sir.
And something does. at the end of the hallway, the same direction that Agent Bride had just come from.
And you're about to show us a sculpture made by Banksy, right?
I don't know that reference.
You don't know Banksy?
I know who Banksy is, but I don't understand the rat catcher.
I'm making a callback to my stupid comment about maps earlier.
Oh, I see.
Are you showing us something? Oh, you are.
I am gonna show you something.
I think this is gonna be bad for us, you guys. I'm scared.
Freddie says, "Daddy, is that you?
Kill the child.
Daddy, is that you?
Sacrifice the child."
We have the perfect strategy here. We grab the kid. We say, "We will snap this kid's neck unless you back down."
Foolproof plan.
There he is.
I don't know if
There he is.
Nightshade's okay with that. Oh,
So he appeared. He's down the hallway behind Agent Bride, and he's dressed in sort of ragged clothing. He's got this gas mask on. He's got a pistol at his side that's attached to. Wow, that's loud.
Yeah, he must have rode a motorcycle here, and now
he rode a motorcycle
riding it away.
The pistol at his side is not actually a pistol, but a gas, like a rat killer's gas gun. And there's just rats swarming around him. There's just like just hundreds of rats around him at his feet, climbing up onto him, it's just a miasma of rats around him.
gross.
Cool power set,
and he says, "You're gonna leave my son alone."
Can I respond?
You may. It's your action.
Oh, still? Cool.
Yep.
Well, do I hear Nightshade returning yet behind me?
I'm there.
Cool.
Yes. Yes. You hear the portal starting to open. It's like
I say, our agents already have Freddy. Stand down, you fool.
And you hear Freddy, "I'm in here, Daddy."
And I laugh. We have him. He's ours.
He revealed himself to us too early.
He told me all about your marital problems, Ratcatcher.
So you're going to soliloquy at him for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to just try to make him pee himself. I'm just going to start yelling.
Yeah. Roll your influence. Let's see if you scare him.
Yeah. That's exactly what I want to do. Thank you very much.
Yeah. That's exactly right. All right.
All right. No crits, but not bad numbers. So that'll be... Oh, I'll take it. 32.
Oh yeah. He is. You can tell that he's like, "Oh shit! This is not what I wanted."
Embarrassing.
And he turns and bolts. Well, actually, he's going to turn and bolt. He's not there yet. Agent Bride.
Yeah. See, I think that basically we've saved the kids, but I can't let this guy get away. I guess you could say I'm never willing to quit.
Never willing to quit. I'll give it to you.
All right. And then, so I'm gonna give chase because I don't want to shoot this guy. He's a human. I think human life is precious. I kind of want to apprehend him. So I'm gonna shout, "Freeze, perpetrator!" and then just sprint after him.
Okay. Roll your influence as well.
Great. May I add my intimidating appearance? Does that add anything?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you may.
I'm trying to cause fear.
That's right.
Okay, my influence is only 3, but I'm going to add a die for my intimidating appearance. And can I ask a rules question really quickly?
Sure.
So I know that when people use magical powers like Dan's armor or Nightshade's powers, 2 10s equals like tens make the difficulty go down, right?
Mhm.
Right. For
But
normal
how can
rolls,
I
this is
crit?
So there's not really a crit idea in this. It's just magic does extra stuff.
Oh, right.
So
Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay, so
yeah, so it's
if we
just
were
you're just
just
trying to roll
using
high.
influence or something, we wouldn't actually the tens wouldn't apply.
Correct.
Okay, got it. All right, I'm gonna try.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Freeze, perpetrator. And I'm rolling an 18.
An 18. He starts to like maybe now he's conflicted, but no, Dagon is too scary.
Right. Well, if I have another action, I will give chase. If I don't,
Yep. Oh yeah, you're giving chase. I'm assuming you're giving chase.
okay, great.
All right. Nightshade. Freddy and you are the only ones in this room.
Okay, and I heard everything he just said, so I know he's the child
right.
of Ragman.
That's right.
So I see Dagon going towards Ragman.
You see Dagon still sort of in combat with this giant rat right outside the door, and you see Agent Bride run down the hallway from where you heard Ratcatcher's voice.
Okay, so I'm going to secure Freddy then.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And by doing what?
Just grabbing him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just grab him, and now you've got a
because he's an innocent
kid.
child, but he's a good hostage. I don't want to hurt him, but he's
now you're starting to get it, Nightshade. That's the whole idea.
Right.
He's squirming and crying for his daddy. All right, so you grab him and you've got him.
Right.
So now he's squirming and crying for his daddy, and I think Ratcatcher is probably going to give up.
Oh
yeah,
it's not working out for him.
He's like, don't hurt my kid. Don't hurt Freddy. Whatever you do, I don't know who you are. Don't hurt Freddy.
Take off the mask, and we won't kill your child.
Do I have handcuffs?
Yeah, sure.
So I tell him to retract his rats, and I'll give you your son back.
And he sort of gestures, and the giant rats shrink back down to normal size rats, and the rats start to disperse. There's still some around his feet. You think that there's some that just probably won't ever leave him.
I say, we would never hurt your child. We're not monsters like you. And then I put the cuffs on him.
Meanwhile, I'm laughing at the rats like they're humiliated somehow by shrinking. Look at how small you are.
Kick at a few.
No, I wouldn't. No, I care about animals.
And Nightshade, how are you reacting to this?
So I'm taking Freddy to the now cuffed Ratman.
Ratcatcher.
Ratcatcher, and say, Freddy, this is your dad, but he's a bad man. We're gonna take him away, but we'll take you to your mom.
Do you hear that? You just lost all your rights.
At this point, Ratcatcher says, well, that's the problem. We don't know where her mom is. That's why I'm here.
Dun, dun, dun.
I wonder whose fault
I'm asking about
is.
this. Wait, where is the mother?
Nobody can find her. They wouldn't have called me. I'm not. I got a. What do they call that when I'm not supposed to go anywhere near them?
Yeah, restraining order.
They got a restraining order on me. I'm not supposed to be here, but they couldn't find nobody.
Have
They
you
couldn't
thought
find
about
her.
like getting a wig or something so they don't know it's you instead of, I don't know, raiding the church with giant rats?
This is all a big misunderstanding.
Like, what if you
Where
posed
was-
as like his uncle or something, man? Come on.
Where was your ex-wife last seen, Ratcatcher?
I guess she went to work last night, but but she never came home. That's what her mom told me. Her mom called me. Her mom was watching Freddie here, but her mom called me and said she ain't come home from work.
So Freddie's mom hasn't come home from work.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Do you have any proof? I don't believe you. Are we supposed to just believe what this guy
He did
said?
just attack a church with rats.
Wait, is there like an insight check we can make, Andy? Is there like
Show me your phone.
You can make a perception check to see whether
we can call the mom, I guess, to verify.
Yeah, I feel like this dude's probably telling the truth because like you as Andy are being very earnest, but I think Dagon would be like a little like, oh, okay, man.
Sure. I mean, you don't really have any sort of powers that would allow you to sense truth, but everybody can do this to a certain degree. You can try to get a sense of. I just want
to point out, Nightshade is very skeptical, but we decided to take him for. We decided to look for his wife.
Freddie's like, mommy's phone number is blah 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 blah. Because Freddie knows.
I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Gonna call this chick later. Sounds like she's single. All right.
She is now.
Call her now. We can verify his story.
I wish I had a phone, but I'm underwater most of the time. It's not a good idea.
It rings 3 times and goes to voicemail. Hi, this is Monique. I'm probably at work or something. Leave me a message.
No answer. His story checks out. All right. I am going to call back the local authorities and tell them that we need a police, police to come put him in the paddy wagon.
And they're like, I don't think we can get there.
Great.
We'll take him in. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys can take him in. Because we're getting close on the 2-hour mark here. And
so let's find out where she worked. Where was she last night?
I just want to put my hand on Nightshade's shoulder and say, "This is your child now, by the law of the ocean. This child belongs. Freddie, you are Freddie's mother now.
I'm not ready to be a mom yet, so we have to find his mom.
It's the law of the ocean.
Responsibility.
And don't forget about man. Don't forget about the teacher and the other students who are also on the rooftop of the other building. And
seems fine.
If I pull the top off the Hearst V, they can all fit.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. And Father, what's his name? I gave him a name.
There's a priest?
There's a priest and his assistant who Ratcatcher has tied up and left in an office on the other wing. He tells you about him.
Save the priest or whatever.
He tells you about them as well. It's like, oh, don't forget, I got those guys tied up on the other wing.
Look, I get it, but come on, man.
All right. So we can spend a while getting everybody out of there, but I agree with Nightshade. Agent Bride wants to find out who where the mother worked. We need this.
Yeah. Well, Freddie can tell you.
Baron Winter wouldn't have sent us here for this. The Outer Realms whispered something else to him. What?
She worked at a museum. She worked at the local sort of historic museum.
The History Museum.
She's a guard. She was like a security guard, and she worked the night shift.
There is no more dangerous job in the DC universe than security guard at a museum.
It's true. It's true. It's such a trope. I almost felt guilty using this trope, but what am I?
hey, I came to play in a comic book. I didn't come to play in not a comic book.
Exactly.
So if we spend some time getting these innocents to a safe place and getting
Yep.
Ratcatcher to jail, maybe
Yep.
maybe
Next
later
time.
we
Find
can
out.
go.
Here's what you find out. You find out that the police had there was a call that came in. The museum got robbed last night. Nobody has seen the security guard since.
So we found out when we dropped the Batman off at the police station.
That's right. And the police have, because of the flooding, the police haven't had a chance to go and like do any police work at the museum. So it's been sitting there on somebody's desk as something to take care of.
Can we be in the police station and can I see it sitting on the desk? I'm gonna pick it
absolutely.
up with like one of my less expected arms and be like, sounds like a job for Night Force.
Perfect.
Yay.
Excellent. And there's always, a little bit of on the last page. On the last page, you see a graveyard, a river, a swollen river flowing nearby this graveyard. The river crests the banks and flows into the graveyard, and a hand comes up out of the ground, pulling itself up out of the ground, a zombie, and it pulls itself up completely out of the ground and wades off into the river.
Hell yeah, Bernie Wrightson did the art on this.
Tune in next week. Yay! Thank you guys so much. This was so much fun.
Yeah, great job,
Andy. Andy's game again is called the Hero Instant. I think we are going to have to sign off for tonight, but maybe next time we could hang out for a while, Andy. And if people have questions or anything they want to know about your game, maybe we could stay and talk to them. What do you think?
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. So Stream of Blood next week, same rat channel, same rat time.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll be back here 6 p.m. next Friday. And in the meantime, guys, please be sure to check out our Facebook group, Stream of Blood Facebook group, and our channel, Stream of Blood on YouTube, because you can find all of these shows the next day on video. And if you missed anything, or you want to, if you want to watch again, or, please check out and join, subscribe, Facebook and YouTube.
And this will be up on YouTube in what, 24 hours, 48 hours, something like that?
About 24 hours we strive for, we usually achieve.
That's great.
And I just want to also, while we're all here, remind everybody to check out our Sunday show, The Neptune Society, a Call of Cthulhu game set on the high seas in the 19th century. So please check that out. It'll be 2 p.m. Sunday. And that's it. I want to thank everybody, especially Andy, but also Dan, Telfer, and Jackie Chao for being here. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And next time, let's kick that zombie's ass, huh? Let's do it.
Yeah.